Good morning, friends, and welcome to the end of school year morning routine. I can't believe we are in the final 2 weeks of school. It's actually testing week for my kiddos, so they are over school. They're not excited at this point, but we are powering through. It definitely isn't a Pinterest-worthy morning routine, but this is going to be a realistic Mama 4 morning routine. Our routine hasn't changed too much, but recently the kiddos have been forgetting to turn on their alarms, or somehow they just sleep right through them. So I've been waking up a little bit earlier to make sure the kids wake up on time. As for packing the lunches, I no longer have to pack lunches. My kiddos are self-sufficient when it comes to that, so I let them pick out what they want. Austin, you gonna eat breakfast?
Just wanna find
Socks? You're gonna find them on the couch? Now that the dogs have been let out, Austin is awake, he packed his lunch, I can get my coffee going. You guys know I have to have a morning cup of coffee, so we're gonna get that brewing. We're gonna open up the blinds, let in a little bit of sunshine. Not like there was much going on today. It was such a gloomy day out, rainy and just nasty. Just one of those days where you wanna stay in bed. Great. Nothing like a good old mom surprise. Gum stuck to the dishes. Athan put his gum on his dinner plate the night before, and I had a feeling Adrienne was not gonna remember to take it off, and she didn't. She put it in the dishwasher, and now we had stuck on gum. But by this time, my 5-year-old, my youngest, was just waking up. He came downstairs. He had the pug with him. My pug Yoda has been sleeping with him at night, so as soon as he came down, of course, we had to let him out to go potty too. Next year, our routine will be switching up because Athan will be starting kindergarten, which means my routine will get a little bit busier, and I'm actually excited for it. It's so bittersweet now that the kids are getting older and they're a lot more self-sufficient. It's just kind of strange just standing back and watching them do everything and not really being as needed. Y'all know my go-to coffee in the morning is just some half and half, and Austin was deciding what to do for breakfast. He went in for some frozen waffles, and then he forgot that we made banana bread the day before, so he decided to do banana bread for breakfast this morning. And usually around this time is when my oldest daughter, Aubrey, who is in 9th grade currently, she is coming down to get herself ready for the day. She packs her own lunch, makes her breakfast, does her own thing. I basically just make sure my kids wake up and they don't forget to pack their lunch or to grab their lunchbox when they get done. Banana bread is always a hit in our house, especially for breakfast. My kids get so excited when I make it, so it never lasts us very long. And while they're eating, the puppies are now ready for their breakfast, so I'm giving them a scoop of their food. I can't believe we now have an app that tracks the bus. I find it the coolest invention ever. I'm so glad they do it because the kids no longer have to just wait outside and hope that their bus comes on time. We can actually track it and see when it's gonna show up. And especially on days like this when it's raining outside, it's so nice to have. So I always take advantage of that. And once the bus gets close by, we go sit in the front room and we look out the window and wait for the bus to get close before Austin heads out. He's the first one to leave, and then my oldest Aubrey is the second to leave, and then my last to leave is my middle schooler Adrienne. Her school is super close by, so she doesn't leave until a little bit later than everyone. Usually when Austin's walking out the door, Adrienne is coming down the stairs to get started packing her lunch and eating her breakfast. Recently, she has been loving chicken Caesar salads, which I think is super awesome. I'm excited that she enjoys taking something healthy for her lunch. So we went to Sam's Club and picked those up for her because her friend had them and she really wanted them. So while she's getting ready, I'm heading upstairs to change. My husband was about to head out the door as well. He's leaving for work. So once I get changed and come back downstairs, that's typically when I do my workout. But today, because it was raining, the kids, well, Aubrey, she left to go to school, and then about 5 minutes later, she was like, "Mom, it's pouring down rain." So I had to hop in the car and go bring the kids to their bus stop. It started pouring down rain, so I'm quickly heading up to the bus stop to let the girls wait in the car while the bus comes. By the time I got up to the bus stop, it had slowed down and her bus literally just pulled up. So I ended up just having to wait for Adrienne's bus, and then we could head home so I could get started on my workout. I had full intentions of doing a leg day. I was excited about it. I have been feeling sick, so I haven't really been doing too many tough workouts. I thought I was feeling a bit better today until I got on the treadmill and I started walking. It was probably about 25-30 minutes in, and I started to get a headache, and I was like, man, you know, that's weird. I usually don't get headaches. So I started my weightlifting workout, and after laying on the floor, my head started pounding, so I ended up calling it quits. I did 2 moves and I was like, okay, this is not happening today. I did not feel very well. So I went and took some medicine and it made my stomach hurt. So then I tried to quickly make my breakfast because I think my stomach started hurting because I didn't have any food in my stomach. So needless to say, I had to go lay down on the couch for 30 minutes after this because my stomach hurt, my head hurt, and it just wasn't going as planned this morning. It's now an hour later and I'm feeling good. I feel like my headache is finally going away, so I'm gonna try to get myself a little put together. I just like to do my hair and put on a little bit of makeup, even if I don't plan on going anywhere. I just feel like it makes all the difference to put yourself together, feel good about yourself, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom and you don't go anywhere. It's so important to still put yourself together. You want to feel your best. That way you're more motivated to do more around the home or with your kiddos. It makes all the difference. So if you often don't take the time to get dressed and put on, you know, a little makeup or at least some perfume, some spray, some lotion, I highly encourage you to do it. It really does make a difference in your productivity. If you're new here, I do use a bounce curl brush for my curls whenever I wear it natural. You just run it through your hair and it makes your curls more defined. I love this brush, and these are my current go-to hair products as well. I have a heat protectant spray, a curl cream, and a curl gel. Y'all know I'm not a huge makeup person. I love to have a little bit on, but my go-to makeup look is basically like a no makeup look. I do a very thin layer of foundation, a little highlighter, some mascara, draw on my eyebrows, and I am ready to go. And once I get done getting myself ready for the day, this is when I like to start my chores around the house. So if I need to tidy up the kitchen from getting the kids ready for school, or if I didn't do the dishes the night before, then this is when I'll get started on that. And then Athan is always asking to play together around this time too. So I like to do a little bit of chores, a little bit of playtime, or we might practice his name. We are doing some school prep, so we practice his name, his letters, his numbers. So I always take the time in the morning to hang out with him and do something together as well. Every mom who's barely hanging in there right now, just know you're not alone. We're all tired, but we're still showing up, and that's what makes this season beautiful. It's not perfect, but it's so full of heart. So really soak it in, enjoy it, because you guys know time goes by so fast, and one day we're gonna look back and really miss it. So try to soak it in anytime you can. I know that's what I've been trying to do, especially knowing that next year my youngest is starting kindergarten. It really has been putting things in perspective for me, and I just can't believe I have been a stay-at-home mom now for 15 years. This summer will mark 15 years that I have been at home with a child. So next year is definitely going to be bittersweet for me because I'm not going to have any kiddos with me during the day. I'm not ready for it. I had almost forgot that I was planning on making chili for dinner and I needed to make the beans. So I went ahead, grabbed my Instapot. If you guys haven't made beans in the Instapot, I highly recommend. It's so fast. All you do is add your water. You can soak them for a little while ahead of time, but if you don't have time, you don't have to soak them. But I do end up soaking mine for about an hour. I put some Southwest seasoning, some salt, left them in here for an hour before I sealed it up, and then you're gonna pressure cook it for 35 minutes and then leave it with it sealed for an hour before opening it up, and then it makes your beans perfect. They're soft, delicious, and I'm gonna be using those inside of my chili for tonight. So I needed to get those started, and then we are heading upstairs and of course getting some more cleaning done. I had laundry to do, and I ended up vacuuming and cleaning the bathrooms and just doing all of the things. Just getting some cleaning done now, but that pretty much sums up my morning routine. Of course, every morning is a little bit different, but because it's the end of school year, I feel like we are just like waking up late, alarms aren't going off, we're just rushing around. Life has been pretty chaotic, but I'm so excited. They only have 2 weeks left of school. Next week is their last week. This week is their testing week. So the kids are just ready to get it over with and start their summer break. But I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my morning routine. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. I do upload motherhood content every single week, and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!